Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from our friends at the Southwest TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Wednesday at noon, 3 and 6 p.m. and again is re-aired later throughout the weekend with the other weekday broadcast replays. Today is May 16th, 2018. And now, the news at noon. Rural Colorado shares concerns to Senator Gardner's representatives from the other D.C. A report by the Dove Creek Chamber of Commerce, courtesy Kendra Cook Photos. Dove Creek was included in a rural canvassing tour by Republican Colorado Senator Cory Gardner's team on May 1st at the Public Service Center meeting room in Dove Creek. Representing the economic interests of our town and county were Mayor Brett Martin and Town Manager Sonny Frazier, County Commissioners Steve Garcher and Floyd Cook, CSU Extension Officer and Dolores County Development Corporation Chairman Gus Westerman, DCDC and Region 9 Executive Board Member Dan Fernandez, and DCDC and Dove Creek Chamber Manager Kendra Cook. The visit with Regional Director Ann McCoy Harold out of Senator Gardner's Durango State Office, bringing Brian Wanamaker, counsel from Senator Gardner's Washington, D.C. office, lasted well over an hour. During that time, Mr. Wanamaker introduced himself and expressed that Senator Gardner is concerned about rural economic issues. Statistically, Colorado State is doing well, especially along the Front Range. However, as good as the economy is growing in those areas near Denver, the overall success is masking the true hardships in much of the rural territory, he said. As Senator Gardner is from a small rural area, he wants to make sure he is representing both the urban and rural constituents in Washington, D.C. The general issues he is aware of are how towns are struggling to keep people, bring in people, or bring them back, and how when a lifeblood changes, such as a mining operation going out of business, how can the area deal with pivoting into some other source of their economy? He sees old storefronts with no one to sell the business to, no heirs wanting to take it on. The resultant boarding up of a business is both a visual and psychological blight to a community. The challenges to positive growth become a chicken and egg problem. There's a need for education, infrastructure, healthcare, and business incentives, while there isn't a population to support those projects. Mr. Wanamaker asked the group what Senator Gardner's office could do to either help or get out of the way. Topics discussed included the status of delisting hemp from Schedule I narcotics, regulations surrounding the Gunnison sage grouse, to the troubles of unfunded federal and state level mandates, to tourism and general federal red tape. Mr. Wanamaker arduously noted all of the concerns brought up to his attention and concluded the meeting by saying he would be bringing back a greater sense of major issues to Senator Gardner's attention. The Dove Creek Chamber said continued conversations not only identifying what is wrong, failing, or challenging about our state of economy, but also generating plans to make changes, pivot to diversified industries, or create new opportunities is all part of how we can be growing the future together. The full article can be read in this week's Dove Creek Press. From the Journal. Temporary cuts in Montezuma County senior nutrition services are impacting Dolores, Mancos, and Cortez. The demand for meals for seniors has outpaced Montezuma County's budget for May and June, and fewer meal deliveries will be available, said Sue Fletcher, Senior Services Manager for the county. Our demand for services has gone up, but our budget has stayed static, and it caused us to come up short this year, she said. The senior meal program will resume its regularly scheduled beginning July 1st, Fletcher said, when funding for fiscal year 2019 kicks in from state and federal sources. Until then, senior meals served up at the Dolores Community Center will be once per week on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. instead of twice per week. Home deliveries also will drop from twice to once per week on Wednesdays. In Dolores, 13 seniors receive home-delivered meals and about 40 attend the meals served at the community center. Interim Dolores Town Manager Dave Stahl said continuing support for the senior meal service is important and additional funding will be sought. The hot meal twice a week is not only a health benefit for our seniors, it also provides a beneficial social gathering at the community center, he said. Meals are free, but donations are accepted to help cover the costs. In Mancos, the senior meal program dropped from 3 days to 1 day for group meals and deliveries in Cortez, and in Cortez, the service dropped from 4 to 3 days. Each town contributes to the senior meals program, and the county provides the office space for the program and pays the utilities. The bulk of the budget comes from state and federal funding. Each month, around 800 seniors are served meals at community centers in Cortez, Mancos, and Dolores. For those in need of meals because of the cuts, boxed meals are available at the Montezuma County Annex, and the monthly commodities giveaway at the county fairgrounds is June 16th. The state recently increased funding for senior programs statewide by $4 million, and that will help next year's budget, Fletcher said. But as baby boomers age, the demand will continue to go up and additional funding will be needed, she said. Increased demand and cost has also led to fewer hours for the county senior transportation program. The service now has shortened hours from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. For more information on senior meals and transportation services, you can call them at 970-564-2772. From the Durango Herald and thestate.com, photo Evan Vucci and Morgan Lee AP. U.S. Agricultural Secretary Sonny Perdue is visiting Colorado as part of a tour highlighting Trump administration priorities on support for farmers and food stamps. The four-state tour began in New Mexico on Monday as House Republicans on Capitol Hill pushed for a 5-year renewal of federal farm and nutrition policy. Congress is currently considering the 2018 Farm Bill that could include new work and job training requirements for food stamp recipients. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, previously food stamps, provides food aid to thousands of Coloradans. Perdue said while in New Mexico, quote, "The generosity and compassion of the American people is a hand up, but not a permanent handout for those people who chose not to work." He said 20 hours a week is very reasonable for adults without younger children or disabilities. That's who we're talking about. Democrats in Congress are warning that work requirement changes could reduce benefits to many who need them. On Tuesday, Perdue is touring Food Maven, a food distribution center in Colorado Springs. He will meet with vegetable growers in Brighton to talk about labor issues and visit Leprino Foods facility in Greeley. Perdue is scheduled to stop in Fort Collins to visit his agency's storage and research facility for endangered plants, seed, and genetic materials for livestock before heading on to Wyoming. And now, let's take a look at the weather. The national weather is showing the high pressure with warm, dry temperatures remaining over the Four Corners and Southwest, while rain and thunderstorms continue across the northern Rockies, northern California, and up to the Canadian border. The other large system remains in place from Texas across the southeast and Florida through the Rust Belt and along the eastern coast to the mid-Atlantic. Some flooding conditions continue to plague states where abundant rain has continued over much of the past week. Regionally, after another warm and dry Wednesday, winds will increase Thursday, bringing the potential for critical fire weather conditions. A Pacific storm will move into the Great Basin Thursday, causing southwest winds to increase. These winds will combine with very low relative humidity and already dry fuels to bring the potential for critical fire weather conditions late Thursday morning into Thursday evening. If these conditions occur, existing fires and new fire starts may be very difficult to control. Any kind of open burning is strongly discouraged. In Dolores and Montezuma County this morning, a Nixle red flag warning alert was announced, which is extended through Thursday till 9 p.m. The DCTV 5-day outlook: today sunny with a high near 75, southeast winds 5 to 15 miles an hour becoming southwest in the afternoon. Tonight clear with a low around 46 degrees, southwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour becoming east-northeast after midnight. Then Thursday sunny with a high near 76 degrees, breezy with an east-northeast wind 10 to 15 miles an hour becoming south-southwest 20 to 25 miles an hour in the morning. Then Thursday night mostly clear with a low around 43, breezy with a south-southeast wind 15 to 20 miles an hour decreasing to 5 to 10 miles an hour after midnight, and winds could gust as high as 30 miles an hour. Then Friday sunny with a high near 72, south-southeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour becoming southwest in the afternoon. Friday night partly cloudy with a low around 42, Saturday mostly sunny with a high near 73, Saturday night a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before midnight, partly cloudy with a low around 44, and Sunday again a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 74, Sunday night partly cloudy with a low around 46, and heading into the next work week on Monday mostly sunny with a high near 79, Monday night partly cloudy with a low around 48. And now back to the news. From the Journal, courtesy photo, the Montezuma County Sheriff's Office awarded its first annual scholarship to Mancos High School's Ashley Cole. According to a news release, the Sheriff's Office offered a scholarship award of $1,000 this year to a deserving high school student in Colorado to fund higher-level educational expenses for the 2018-2019 academic year. The funds for the scholarship were generated from an in-house fundraiser with Sheriff's Office employees. A citizens committee selected Cole for the award. The committee made their selections based upon criteria established by application forms including leadership, merit, character, involvement, purpose, and need, Cindy Ramsey, Grants Director at the Sheriff's Office, wrote in a news release. Applicants were required to be full-time legal Colorado residents who plan to attend a Colorado university, college, or trade school. Ashley Cole is the daughter of Corey and Adana Cole. She plans to attend Colorado Mesa University to study nursing. From the Durango Herald, photo David Zalubowski, AP file. A national anti-marijuana advocacy group is blaming Colorado as one of the states propelling a rise in marijuana use among the U.S. workforce. That follows a new medical laboratory report showing that usage of cocaine, methamphetamine, and marijuana is rising in the national workforce. States that legalize marijuana showed the biggest increase in pot use among workers, says the report by Quest Diagnostics, Inc., one of the nation's biggest drug testing laboratories. Those include Nevada with a 43% increase, Massachusetts up 14%, and California with an 11% rise. Yet fewer American workers tested positive for opioids and other prescription painkillers in 2017, Quest Diagnostics found. But the rate of marijuana usage, even in safety-sensitive jobs, such as airline pilots and medical personnel, rose 39% in Nevada, 20% in California, and 11% in Massachusetts. This data mirrors the results we saw when Colorado and Washington legalized marijuana, and are numbers we can expect to see anytime a state foolishly follows their example, said Kevin Sabat, president of the anti-pot group Smart Approaches to Marijuana. Smart Approaches to Marijuana seized on the Quest Diagnostics report to advocate against legalization of recreational marijuana sales. A safety-sensitive job is one in which workers could endanger people's safety if influenced by drugs or alcohol, the U.S. Labor Department says. Examples include heavy equipment operators, hazardous chemical handlers, pilots, and medical personnel. The number of job applicants testing positive for illicit drugs last year was 4.2%, the same as in 2016, but significantly higher than the 3.5% of workers tested back in 2012, Quest Diagnostics reported. Its report was based on more than 10 million urine sample tests conducted for employers. Quest Diagnostics urged government officials to heed the findings. From the Aspen Times, something I bet you didn't know was a thing, Aspen jacks up fines for bear selfies and other wildlife harassment. Aspen City Council on Monday more than doubled down on proposed fines for people who harass wildlife. Instead of recommended $100, $250, and $500 fine structures in a new city wildlife harassment ordinance, Council agreed to match what the penalty are for securing trash properly. For the first offense, it's $250, the second is $500, and the third is $999, along with an appearance in municipal court. The Aspen Police Department brought forward the proposed ordinance, which Council passed on first reading. A second review will be put in front of the Council in the near future when the public can weigh in. Councilman Bert Myron, who was able to get full support from his colleagues, suggested the price increase in fines. He said a $100 selfie with a bear is a drop in the bucket for a tourist who is paying $500 a night for a hotel room. It became clear to local police last summer that educational efforts were not enough to protect the public and the bears. This past September, gawkers on the Hyman Avenue Mall surrounded a bear and her two cubs for days. Despite officers securing the perimeter and handling crowd control, the bears came down after 9 hours in a tree, only to be chased by a mother and her child hoping for a photo. It caused the mother and cubs to be separated and therefore stressed. Audrey Redlinsky, a community response officer with the APD, said she would have absolutely fined the woman who chased the mama bear. In that situation, it would be appropriate, she told Council, adding that the people who congregated on the mall had been warned to stay away. The public has a false sense of security in an urban environment. Councilman Adam Frisch said he feels bad for bears when human beings show their ignorance. It's hard to legislate morality, he said. It's even harder to legislate stupidity. Councilman Ward Hauenstein agreed and cited numerous instances of people trying to get selfies with moose at Maroon Lake. It's stupid people, he said. I think the penalties should be enough to make a difference. Councilwoman Ann Mullins concurred. I'm actually surprised how ignorant people are in this situation, she said. Redlinsky said her department plans on extensive outreach efforts aimed at tourists about the ordinance, the fine structure, and the importance of letting a bear be a bear. Human interaction and conflicts with bear are dangerous for both creatures. Last year, 16 bears were euthanized in Pitkin County and 3 were relocated. And now for the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of May 7th through May 13th. Sheriff's deputy performed building checks throughout the week, a report of a customer harassing a patron at a local business, and a county resident reported juveniles riding motorcycles on a county road. And that's it for today's Roundup. Stay tuned for continued updates. Today's High Canyon Country happenings, May 18th through the 20th, La Plata Equine in Mancos is pleased to present a second clinic of 2018. Mark Rashid is an internationally acclaimed horseman and author. His training focuses on true understanding and communications with the horse. For more information, please contact them at Mark's website, which is markrashid.com. May 18th, Friday night, head out to the State Line Bar and Grill for a delicious Cajun Boil dinner special and live music by Hurricane Jake. With drink specials and a great environment to relax at the end of a long week, the food special starts at 5 p.m. and music starts at 6:30. Questions or to arrange for the shuttle, call 970-677-2649. And May 19th, save the date, the first Memorial May Community Barbecue event in Dove Creek starts at 11:30 a.m. at the VFW Post 5181 with burgers and hot dogs from noon till 2 p.m. Come on out and support the local first responders and find out about how Dove Creek's VFW was selected as one of just 7 locations across Colorado to be designated on the 2018 Tour of Honor event. It's a month of Memorial Days to pay respect to those who serve, from the military to the police, fire and emergency teams. The event is coordinated by the Dove Creek Chamber of Commerce. For more details, you can call them at 970-560-2856. And all of the happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with the YouTube replays, weather, and original stories and local posts. To share your event or information, contact us, dcbnnews@gmail.com, or call the station 970-677-4119. Thanks for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday and then is rebroadcast at 3 and 6 p.m. on each of those days. The weekday news shows are then replayed throughout the weekend as well. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. The social media page is DCTV News at Noon. Please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.